What's up, guys? Team Oat here, coming at you with our first deck profile. This one is going to be Gravekeepers, so I'll get right into it. We'll start with the monsters. Triple Spy, standard. Should always run 3 Spy. Triple Commandant. This, in my opinion, is standard. Some people run 2 because they think it's cloggy or something. I don't really know, but I don't know. You need Necrobelly, so that's why I run 3. Triple Recruiter. Standard. Double Descendant. Nobody really runs 3 because everybody knows it's too cloggy. Some people run 1. I don't like 1 because if it gets removed, you're kind of screwed in a lot of situations where you can't use Descendant, so that's why I run it at 2. For the 1-ofs, 1 Assailant, 1 Heretic. Assailant's good because you don't have a lot of high attack monsters, so this can get over high attack and low defense monsters. And it's good against Bujins, which are good right now, so. Heretic is just all around really good. It can keep your Imperial Tombs alive. You only need to run it at 1 because it shouldn't ever really get removed. The only thing that they can really do to it, as long as Necrobelly is on the field, is Solemn Warning it. So you only need it at 1 to me. And if you're worried about it getting destroyed, you can always get it back with the Gravekeeper Steel late game, and late game's when you're going to want it anyway, so. That's it for the monsters, 13 monsters. I really like low monster counts in Gravekeepers, so. Triple Necrobelly for the spells. Triple MST. Triple MST is important for Field Spell Wars because it can protect your Necrobelly, and for other annoying cards like Royal Decree. Triple Pot of Duality. I can understand if you run 2 of these in Gravekeepers. I personally like 3. I think it's up to your preference. 2 Steel. 3's too much. 1's not enough. For the 1-ofs, Dark Hole, Book of Moon, Royal Tribute. So I'll talk about each of these individually. Dark Hole, I might side out if I'm going first, but other than that, it's a great card, obviously. So yeah, I tend to side this out a lot. Book of Moon, one of the most versatile cards in the deck. You can use it for so many different reasons, whether it's a resetting spy or whatever. You know what it does. I say run this card at whatever you're allowed to run it at. And Royal Tribute. This card wins games, just period. Even if it doesn't, I know people say like if it doesn't win you the game, it's useless. But it's not. You still get knowledge of their hand, so I like it. So 14 spells onto the traps. 2 Imperial Tombs. I can understand running it at 3, but I like 2. 2 Fiendish Chain. This might move to 3 at some point, but for now, I think 2 is okay. I'll talk about these together. 2 Mirror Force and 2 Deep Prison. I know some people run limited battle traps and Gravekeepers, but personally, I like the battle traps, and I don't know, Deep Prison's great to me because it removes a lot of cards that are annoying, like Garunix and stuff like that, and obviously Mirror Force is great, so. Now for the 1-ofs, the 4 staples. I know pretty much everybody runs these. Maybe not Compulse, but I like Compulse. And 1 7 Tools. The 7 Tools is basically for when I have a 7 Tools and a Tombs set. So I like to use the 7 Tools when I'm going offensive. So this way I can save my Imperial Tombs for, I don't know, to use it more reactively. For when they try to go offensive on me, and then I can just, I don't know, use this as defense basically when my 7 Tools helps me while I go on offense. So that's it for the main deck, 40 cards. Now on to the side deck. Around 1 Thunder King. I don't know, I think it's a godly card. It's one of my favorite cards in the entire game, so that's why I run it. 1 Assailant. I don't know, this isn't really supposed to be in here. This is supposed to be a Soul Drain, but I don't have the Soul Drain yet, so yeah, so ignore that. 1 Shaman. This is the only other new monster that I run. I think it's really, really, really good. The only problem is the only reason I don't run it in the main deck is that it's not good in every matchup, but in the matchups it is good against, it's like godly. So that's why I think it's just perfect in the side deck. Yeah, and it's fine at 1 because it's just 2. I don't like to draw it. I like to get it off the Spy's effect. So that's why that's in the side deck. Double Fossil Dyna, no need to explain that. Really good against Yugiohs, which are top tier right now. So Twister, kind of same thing as MST, protects you against Field Spell Wars or protects your Necro Valley, and is really good against cards like Royal Decree, which can be a problem for us. So Kaiser Coliseum, this card along with 2 others will probably come out of the side deck when I get Light Imprisoning Mirrors, but yeah. Defissure Cosmos, I mean, no need to explain that. Dark Worlds, Water, stuff like that. And like I said, I will be adding a Soul Drain, so. Trap Hole, even though this is going to get taken out at some point for Light Imprisoning Mirrors, I still think it's a solid card. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good against a lot of decks, so. 7 Tools, if I'm against a really back row heavy deck, and I don't know, I'm just that afraid that my 1/7 Tools and 2 Tombs in the main deck won't be enough, I'll put this in. Dust Tornado, yeah, back row hit. Then I do Double Rivalry and DNA Surgery. These are just pretty much for against a lot of cards in this, or not, a lot of cards in this format, and Bujins specifically, so. That's it for the side deck. Now into the extra deck. For my rank 3s, I run 1 Leviathan and 1 Zenmains. Leviathan is pretty much to match the mat. I don't go into that often. There's rarely a situation where this is better than this. So, Gemini Pearl, Pappy, and Utopia. I don't know. These are just filling space, really. They're not the best cards, but at least Gemini Pearl is good against stuff like Ophion, so. 1 Heartland Draco. This is kind of like a Cowboy late game, because you could just poke for 2,000 for game in some situations. But, I don't know. I think what makes it good in this deck specifically is that you have Necro Valley on the field, so you get the other part of its effect, which is it can't be targeted for an attack as long as you have a face-up spell card, so I think it's good. 1 Black Ship of Corn, 1 Maestroke, Diamond Direwolf. These are all just staples, so I don't really have to explain these, but yeah, Crazy Box for Skill Drain. Cowboy, this will probably move to 2 when I get a second Cowboy. And Key Beetle, this will also probably move to 2 when I get a second Key Beetle. This is really good in combination with Shaman. You can protect Shaman while it protects Necro Valley, so yeah, this has always been a good card in Gravekeepers and has now only been made better with Shaman being added, so. That's it for the deck. Like I said, 40 card deck. Pretty standard for the most part. Now I'm going to talk about 2 of the new monsters that I don't run. So Ambusher and Nobleman. Ambusher, not a lot of people run, but to the people that do, I would say it's way too situational. Like, you're counting on this getting destroyed while it's face down, and a Necro Valley card being in the graveyard. That's just, it's not worth it to me. Nobleman, a lot of people run this card. I understand why. I did too for a long time. But I personally think it's too slow. Like, I just don't want to have to count on them attacking this to get its effect. And then still have it be slow. So, that's why I don't run those. But, yeah, I hope you guys liked my deck profile. We'll be coming out with a lot more deck profiles in the weeks to come. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And later.